Right. BuckeyeScoop.com. We are here with Sonny Styles, one of the top prospects in the state of Ohio. Sonny, first of all, your freshman year, you got injured, so you didn't have a camp, you didn't play. Your sophomore year, COVID kind of threw everything into chaos. What does it feel like, I guess, for your development to have a true training camp and practices with your team? How much has that maybe helped you?
It's been great, just taking it in. It's something I missed out on a little bit. I thought it was kind of funny this year, like freshman year I was hurt, and last year, COVID, like we didn't use our locker room. And now we're using our locker room, and it feels kind of funny because I've never really used it before.
Yeah.
Like even when I was hurt, I didn't really go in that much because we weren't really in there, like except for like before practice, after practice a little bit. But so I thought that was kind of funny. It's my first time really using the locker room.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been great. Camp, we really got to bond with my teammates, so that's been good. We're just looking forward to the season.
How much of a motivation is last year, kind of the way the season ended in the state championship game? How much of that is, or have you guys kind of not talked about that at all?
I think for us, that's like a lesson learned. Like, I feel like we got a little bit comfortable. I think this year we needed to stay hungry the whole year. I think we got used to winning a little bit last year, and that came back to bite us. Like I said, we were just a little bit too comfortable.
What's different about you maybe this year from last year? Whether that's physical, mental, whatever it might be. Where maybe are you better this year?
I think I'm better, like a better vocal leader now. I mean, I was like controlling the defense a little bit last year, but I think I'm more of a better leader now. I got a little bigger, gained like 15 pounds. I think I can kind of improve on a few things. I think I can improve my coverage a little bit. I think this year I'll be blitzing more a little bit, so that'll be fun. Coming down a little bit more. I think last year I was like deep a lot, but this year I think I should come down a little bit more. But yeah, so it'll be interesting.
Well, that's a good segue. So, you're a versatile guy. You can do a lot of different things on defense. School's recruiting at safety, linebacker, hybrid, edge rush. I think everything's been mentioned just about, except maybe like defensive tackle at this point. Has anyone recruited you to play long snapper though? Because I saw you out there with doing the long snapping. Has anyone talked to you about that? Do you have any ambitions of doing that in college?
Not really. I mean, it's something I do. I mean, I think I do it pretty good. So helps the team win. It's good there. Last year we had Max doing it, Monica. Just watching him snap, he was like perfect.
He's at Ohio State now, isn't he?
Yeah. He was great at it. I mean, Coach Monica a great, like when it comes to long snap, he's a great coach too. I mean, I never knew how to long. I think I started doing it like 6th grade. He just taught me how to do it so easy. So he's made it easy for me. Now it feels natural.
Recruiting obviously is kind of taking a back seat right now, but you were at the barbecue at Ohio State about a week and a half ago, whenever that was. Takeaways from that, anything that you enjoyed about it or took away from that trip?
I think it was interesting just to see some different recruits there. I saw guys like Peyton Kirkland, Derek LeBlanc. How do you say his last name? LeBlanc.
Yeah, LeBlanc. Yep.
LeBlanc. I saw him. That's my guy. But just interesting getting to see different people. I saw CJ as well. So that was fun. Got to sit down and watch the film, Coach Combs. We watched the Titans film. It's like Byard. I can't remember how to say his name right, but it was pretty interesting, getting to see some things that I might do. So I thought that was good.
How much of this season, I mean, obviously you're focused on your high school team, but how are you going to try and balance maybe seeing your brother play, but also maybe going and seeing some things for yourself at some other schools? How do you balance that?
I think I'll be able to balance it pretty easy, I think my brother's first home game I'm going to, I think like one game, I think his first game was against Florida State. I think they play on Sunday. We'll go to Florida on Saturday, and then I can go to Florida State and still watch him play. So, so I'm going to be able to get a lot of stuff done. But obviously, I'm going to support my brother, and also I'll be there for my recruitment at Notre Dame as well. So,
yeah, exactly. How much of this, with Notre Dame, obviously, your brother's a huge influence. You guys are close, but how much of that's going to impact your decision as far as him being at Notre Dame, his presence there, and just him, the feedback he's giving you on his experience up there?
I think him being there is obviously a plus, but I don't think it's going to be my deal breaker. It would be nice to play with my brother, but I'm going to go to the best place for me, and that's what he tells me as well. He doesn't try to convince me to go to Notre Dame. He convinces me to go to the best place for me. That's the Notre Dame. that's where I'll be going.
I mean, he initially linked you up with Ohio State, right?
Yeah.
As far as just getting the ball rolling there with those relationships, I believe, right? With Al Washington.
Yeah.
So, speaking of them, when are you going to be back in Columbus? the long drive from Pickerington to Columbus. Have you penciled in a game visit or anything like that?
I don't think I figured out which game, but it'll be probably one pretty soon. So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
I think the last game I went to, what game was it? It was like when my brother was like uncommitted. It was like a sophomore year, maybe. I think it was like when they played Michigan, maybe. I think it was the last time I went to a Ohio State game. It was crazy. I think that's what it was. The atmosphere in there was just crazy. Everything was shaking. They do the little OHIO thing to say, I love that, but it'll be cool to get back there.
How often are these conversations with Notre Dame and Ohio State, or are you pretty laid back about it, or are you talking to these coaching staffs every day? How is that communication process going for you right now?
I talk to most coaches about once a week, so it's nothing crazy. I think a lot of them understand that I'm also I have a life too. So
right.
I mean, when we do talk, it's not like we're talking for an hour,
right?
But it's still a good conversation. So I really appreciate that.
I mean, I don't know if every school's treating it this way. I know Ohio State seems to have a lot of coaches involved with you, whether that's working with Larry Johnson even for a few minutes at camp, or you talked about sitting down with Kerry Combs. Al Washington's obviously been highly involved. I know Ryan Day's talked to you. Is that the same at most places, or is there more of a broader vibe there with Ohio State with how they recruit?
I'm not gonna say it's the same, because I haven't worked at any other school with every coach, all three levels with all the coaches. But I think that also has to do with me being so close to Ohio State, being able to come back that many times. But every school. I think I talk to multiple coaches. It's not just like one coach or two. So I think that's pretty cool.
Last thing I'll ask about recruiting. So you did kind of a national trip there. You got out in the summer. You went some other places. Were there any, everyone talks about Ohio State and Notre Dame with you. Were there any schools that you went to this summer that really caught your attention?
I think all of them really caught my attention. Every place I went to, I found something I liked. So I thought that was pretty interesting. So it's gonna be a tough decision for me. Hopefully I can get back to as many as I can and get back for some games and stuff.
And then we'll switch it back here. Obviously, you're about to start your junior season. The expectations are always incredibly high here. What lay out the perfect junior season for Sonny Styles?
I think just helping these seniors win every single game they can, win a state championship. Send them out the right way. I was kind of upset when my brother ended his high school career. So a lot of these guys I've been playing with my whole life. So I want to make sure they go out the right way.
All right, man. We appreciate it. Stay healthy. We'll see you here in a few weeks. Probably at the Massillon game.
Yes, sir.